Okay. Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest with us, Dwayne Stevens. Dwayne is a director of community relations at Publix. Dwayne, thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. It's good. I'm honored to be here just to chat a little bit with you and your students about public supermarkets. I really appreciate the interest that you and your students have in our corporation. I mean, it's great to be on the other side of the world, and we were being discussed on the other side of the world. As you know, just as an aside, Publix is the largest employee-owned company in the United States with more than 255,000 associates. Is what we call the people that work in the organization because we are owners of our corporation. And we have more than 1,375 stores in 8 states, and that's in the Southeast. And with our newest state that opened up earlier this year in Louisville, Kentucky. And we're looking forward to grow more in that state as well in some of the existing states. We're also recognized by outside organizations for our commitment to treating our associates with dignity and respect. For 27 years, we have been named one of Fortune's 100 best companies to work for, and we're very proud of that. So I'll stop right there.
I think it's really absolutely amazing, and I just want to say that to my students and everyone who is listening, it has been a while that we have been trying to set up this interview, and I just want to acknowledge you and the company for being patient with me and making sure that this happened. And I want to say that this interview, as I told you before, is extremely important for me because your company is very respectable, and I wanted to share insights from a company that it is the best and the best and the top of it at its game. So thank you so much for your patience with me and making sure that this happens.
Oh, thank you. No, again, it's an honor to be here today, and thank you so much. And you know, being it just also a little bit about me, more about me. We have it's normal to have long tenure in the company, and we find that a lot of us are here, probably right out of high school or right out of college, and we just remain with the company because of what the company offers, especially with our promotion from within philosophy that our founder, George Jenkins, when he opened his first store in 1930 in Winter Haven, Florida. That's within Central Florida in Polk County, for those that may not be aware of where that is. But he started with people in mind. He started with his customers in mind. He wanted to do more than just open up a grocery store. He wanted to do more than just sell groceries, because anyone can sell groceries, but he wanted to
Of
be
course.
part of the community. He wanted to make sure that the communities remain healthy. He wanted to be a part of that. He wanted to be part of that fabric. And along the way, he knew that his customers were vitally important, and he knew that his associates were vitally important. So to treat people well, to treat our customers like kings and queens, as we say, is paramount, and we want to continue to embrace that and strive to keep that philosophy alive even today.
That is absolutely amazing. And I have to say that one of the most impressive things for your company is that your company is one of the largest employee-owned companies in the world. I
That's
think
correct.
I think that is a huge achievement, and it really shows how much your employees care for your company to make sure that the services that you're providing are absolutely stellar. Correct?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I was about to get into about tenure in the company. I've been around for over 45 years working for this
Okay.
company. So, as a
Fantastic.
teenager, yes, thank you. I've
I, I,
seen
th-
a
I
lot.
thought I thought I thought you were 25, Dwayne. So you're not
Well,
25.
I appreciate you on that. I try to make myself like I'm 25, but I appreciate that. But
Of
yeah, been
course.
around been around almost, I always like to use different things to make it more dramatic. I've been around almost a half a century, and we're working for this company, and I've seen a lot of changes. I remember when we were just just over 200 stores in the state of Florida. And
Wow,
so I was able to
fantastic.
witness that growth as we across the state line into southern Georgia in the early 1990s, and we continue to open up divisions. We continue to perpetuate that culture of giving, making sure that we are attached to our communities, and all part of that are the ingredients of superior customer service, because we believe customer service begins inside our four walls in our store, and it also radiates out into our communities. And that's all about creating and maintaining a superior brand.
That is absolutely amazing. So one of my goals today is to help share the insights from your company to my students.
Okay.
So what I have done is I have prepared a list of questions which I have
Okay.
on my left hand side, and
Okay.
I'm going to ask you the questions. Anytime you can interrupt me. We can expand the questions. I just want it to be a conversation, even though it's going to have a structure. Does it make sense?
Makes sense. All good. All good.
Excellent. So let's start again about your company. What is Public's mission and vision statement?
It's very simple. You want to be the premier quality, the greatest and the premier quality food retailer in the world. We don't strive to be the biggest. We strive to be the best. And part of being the
Mm,
best is having superior quality. And that's what we strive to do. And that's what our founder set out to do when he opened his first store in 1930. Being almost 94 years, we believe we continue to perpetuate that. We're constantly looking at what we do in the store, what we do in the community, especially in the store. If it's not serving towards the benefit of the customer, we won't
of
do it.
course.
We want to make sure that we're enhancing that customer experience when they come to shop inside of our stores. We want to make sure that they feel a part of a superior environment, and that's all part of great customer service.
That is absolutely amazing. So, how will you describe the concept of delivering exceptional customer experience to students? Personally, I think it involves a company having a clear mission, or what I call the promise, where the
Mhm.
aim is to exceed expectations for clients, employees, partners, the community, and the government based on that promise. So, what is your take on this viewpoint?
Again, I'll just probably make it simplified. We want to be good stewards in all that we do. When we talk about being friendly business, have friendly business practices, we have teams that that work in that political realm or that legislative realm to assure that there are positive business aspects in where we go and where we open up our services and provide services. So we want to assure that we want to be a good neighbor, and that's really important to us as well. When we come to a community, when we come into a new state, like we did in Kentucky, we did a lot of due diligence before we
Mm.
actually opened the store, before we turned that first shovel of dirt, so to speak. We went in, and I am proud to say that our marketing team goes in, our government relations team goes in, our community relations team goes in, which is the business unit that I'm a part of, and we go in and get to know the community, whether
That is
it's
fantastic. Yeah.
yes, whether it's not-for-profit organizations, whether it's organizations that are reflective of who we believe that we are when it comes to serving our communities. And so we want to lay all that ground work. And so when that brick and mortar does show up and our associates are there working in that community prior, it's in a lot of cases prior to the store opening, that community knows who we are, and we become better neighbors that way.
That is fantastic. And I'm sure that also the communities appreciate it as well, because they
Yes,
know that you're trying your best and you have their needs at top of their mind, of mind. So I think that is
absolutely,
fantastic.
absolutely.
That is fantastic.
We want to be change agents. Again, like our founder said, he wanted to do more than just open a grocery store. He wanted to be impactful. He wanted to make sure that the community is better because we're there, and we continue to strive to do that with each and every store location that is currently open and new locations that will be open.
That is fantastic. So my next question has two parts. We already talk about Forbes magazine, and as we said, your company has been consistently recognized as one of Forbes top stars for customer experience.
Mhm.
So the first part is why delivering exceptional customer experience is a priority for your company, and what key factors do you believe contribute to this sustained achievement over the years? Because really, what you are doing, it's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, I go back to I would call the center of the universe, and that is George Jenkins. When he had those foundational principles of understanding how to serve the customer, how to serve the community. I shared this a little bit about George Jenkins. He
Of
was with
course.
another, yeah, he was with another, as a younger man, he was with another grocery retailer. And I think you've probably seen that story. He was with Piggly Wiggly, and
Yes.
he worked with them in the Tampa market, and it was during the right before the Great Depression, I believe it was. And so
Okay.
and that company was bought by an organization in Atlanta. And as a young man, as an entrepreneur, and when we call him a genius in understanding retail grocery, he had some ideas about making that grocery store better that he was working with. And he got in his whatever you drove in the 1920s to Atlanta, coming from Central Florida. There's a story goes he had to stop it sometimes just to move an alligator out of the road. We didn't have our faster cars, our luxury cars, our paved highways in a lot of places back in the 1920s,
But you had
right?
a lot of alligators, yeah.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah, coming from Florida, you have that, yes. And so, however long it took him, 2 3 day journey to get
Okay.
from Central Florida to Atlanta to speak with these owners about his ideas.
Mm, right.
So he got there. He sat in the lobby. The receptionist say, "Hey, they're in a business meeting. You have to just wait a little bit." And I'm ad libbing, not giving all the specifics to this, but he waited, and then at one point he started to listen to the conversations through that closed door where that proposed business meeting was taking place, and all they were doing was talking about their golf game. So
Mm,
he was very, very just dissatisfied with that. And it felt like it was for me, if it was me, I said, man, that is great disrespect. So he
of
got
course.
back into whatever he was driving in 1920, you know, Model T car, whatever that is, probably top speed, Manual's probably was 35
That's
miles an
right.
hour. Who knows, so he made his way back to Central Florida. He knew that he can create and run a better grocery store. So
Mm,
what he did when he got back to Central Florida, he was in the Winter Haven area, and the competitor that he was working with at the time, Piggly Wiggly, he opened his store right next to him, and the rest is history. We have 1,375 stores that are operating on those principles of superior customer service and being a part of their communities each and every day.
I think that it's a fantastic story, and I think this is an additional lesson for the students, because as a rule, at least that's what I think. If we don't find what we think that it is good enough, we cannot compromise. We need to
That's right.
always strive for the best. And the
That's right.
story that you just told us, it basically shows exactly that. You cannot say this is good enough. You have to keep on going, right?
That's right. And You're absolutely right. Again, going back to those foundational principles that Mr. George laid out for us, of being the premier grocery store in the world, we, while we become more sophisticated, while we have our computers, we have all of these aids that help us analyze
Mm,
data and so forth, we do not go away from the foundational principle of being who we are and protecting that brand and being that. How many companies tell you, Manos, this is what we're going to do when you come in the store. We're going
right,
to serve
right.
you. We're going to give you great quality products. We're going to take you to that aisle if you need to go there. We
Yes,
tell you what we're going to do. We want you to hold us accountable as a
yes,
customer.
I agree.
And
I, 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 I apologize. Go ahead.
no, no, please go right ahead.
No, no, I'm actually excited about this because I feel exactly the same. And this is why I started my first question asking, what is your mission and vision statement? Because when you know your mission and you have a clear vision and you know what
That's
you're
right.
after, then that's your foundation. And that's one of the main things that the first thing that I said to my course, what do you want people to know your company for? So when you have
Right.
specific values and mission and statement, then everything else needs to align to that. And for me, that's the foundation for customer experience. What